Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Serein, and today's video is Makeup Bag Monday week number 31. Basically, each week I rotate my makeup collection with new products sent in to me or products that I've kind of forgotten about and wanted to revisit, or old favorites that I just want to rotate into my makeup routine. So each week I test out products for a full week, let you know what I think about them with demo inserts and swatches of the products. It's a great way for you guys to see how it works with my lifestyle, if I truly love the products after using it for a full week or reusing it for a full week, whether or not I recommend it, and all that good stuff. So if you'd like to see how last week's products performed, then just keep on watching. Starting off with complexion, I was using the Tata Harper Next Generation Beauty 100% natural and non-toxic face illuminating moisturizer. This was phenomenal. I loved it. It has a really beautiful radiance, almost borderline glittery, but not glittery. It's like very refined and adult and mature in a good way. So I like to use this over my SPF and after my skincare steps, just kind of to add a nice dewy radiance to my skin. It works beautifully alone if I didn't want to wear any makeup, and it works beautifully in conjunction with my BB cream. So Tata Harper is kind of new to the market. Not so new, but new, and I feel like it's finally getting its recognition on YouTube and blogging world. It's non-toxic, really great ingredients, high quality luxury ingredients that are not harmful to our bodies. So I think it's an amazing thing that she's doing there in the beauty market, especially in the luxury beauty market, and definitely worth the luxury prices, because the more I learn about ingredients and how expensive first pressed high quality ingredients are, that is why you're paying a little bit more of a premium. I think it looks beautiful, and I'm going to continue to use it this coming week as well, because I just love it. It works really well alone and with makeup, and it also looks really beautiful on top of your cheekbones as a highlight and on your highlight points after applying makeup as well. So very versatile product, very high quality, and wears beautifully, and yeah, so I just really like it. Oh, and if you're of the more mature skin range and you've been worried about radiance and dewy products, this might be something to look into. Ask for a sample, because Space NK and all of the places that carry Tata Harper, like Sephora, I don't know if they have this one specifically, they will make you a little pot to take home, and I think you'll really enjoy it because it gives you a very natural radiance. Like, what's going on there? Did you do something? But not that typical highlight that you might be afraid of. When I wanted a little bit of coverage, I did use the Erborian CC Cream. This is a pigment that breaks up and matches your skin tone as you wear it and as you massage it into the skin. Really love this. I was actually wearing both the Tata Harper and this CC cream in my recent Tatcha video where I showed you my Tatcha facial, but in the intro and outro I got a lot of compliments about my skin, and yes, my skin was beautiful, and thanks to the facial, it was very radiant, but a couple of you guys like asked what I was wearing in the intro, and this is the combination. So I wasn't really wearing much. Very light, even coverage, and I like that this has a physical SPF as well as has a little bit of a tint to just perfect my skin, my complexion. And I've been learning more about Erborian. It's like French and Korean skincare. So the science of ingenuity and science of Korean skincare, but also made for a little bit more of like the lazy girl, the everyday gal of a French woman. So it's not going to be 12 steps. It's multifunctional, all of their products. The mascara I was testing out for the week is the Soap & Glory Thick and Fast High Definition Collagen Coat Mascara. Really love this mascara. The wand is really unique because one side is a little bit more rounded and the other side is a little bit more thin. So you get the best of both worlds. You can kind of twist and work it in. It worked really well for my eye shape, my lashes, and it added length and volume and gave me this very beautiful, voluminous, like fluttery effect, which I find very difficult to achieve with most mascaras. Lasted all day, didn't smudge on me, and came off pretty easily because it's not waterproof. So quite enjoyed this mascara. A product I was testing out is the Archery from Soap & Glory. This is a 2-in-1 brow product. So you, on one end you've got the brow pencil, and then the other end you've got the brow gel. I like it for a natural brow. If you like bold, thick, full, really drawn in brows, this isn't necessarily the product for you, but for my natural gals who like something that's easy to use, that's like 2-in-1, this would be something you would like. What I like to do is go in with the pencil first and kind of outline where I want my brows to be a little bit more shaped and filled in, and then I'll go in with the gel side and brush out the product. Because it doesn't have a spoolie, I kind of use the gel as a spoolie and setting product in one. I go in with the rest of my makeup, and when the gel kind of sets, I'll go back in with the pencil side and kind of fill in any sparse areas that I felt might still need a little bit more color and definition. So I do really enjoy this, and I find that this would be something great for travel and those of you guys who don't want that really heavy drawn in brow look. I personally don't like that really heavy drawn in brow look on myself because it doesn't look right, but if you have really heavy drawn in brows, more power to you. Might not want this. The eyeshadows I was playing with were from Milk Makeup. These are their Marshmallow quads. I had day goals and night goals. Completely honest, did not use night goals at all because I was just kind of obsessed with day goals. I used it all over my eyes. It was so easy to use. This one shadow has a little bit of shimmer in it, which I love, all over the lid. It reminds me a lot of my MAC paint pot in Groundwork. If you're cruelty-free and vegan, you'll want to buy this one instead of Groundwork for MAC, and it wears really beautifully. It's this fun texture to play with. You just use your fingers. You can go in with a brush as well to blend things out. I love this vanilla shade all over my brow bone. I would deepen things up using these other two browns. So a lot of options there. It lasts all day. It goes into a powder formula, so it's essentially a cream to powder almost, but it's not even really a cream because it's like marshmallowy texture. Love Milk Makeup. I think they're very, very ahead of their time and make really good, effective products that are vegan, cruelty-free, very clean ingredients, and very fun to play with and use, as well as effective. Like, it works. I'm going to have to come back to night goals because I didn't really have an opportunity to wear it, but if it's anything like the day goals, I'll love it. Formulation-wise, I think it's the same. I just really was drawn to day goals this week. The makeup applicator I was using this last week is from the Makeup Drop, and this is the original silicone makeup applicator. You guys know the only other one I've tried is the Eevee blender, which I absolutely adore and love. The Makeup Drop was fun. I like how smooth it is. Again, I like that it's silicone because it's not going to hold on to bacteria. It's not going to breed bacteria as easily. You just wipe it off with a makeup wipe or rinse it off in some warm water and some soap, dry it off. No like wait time. I think it's perfect for those of you guys who are makeup artists or who have to do makeup on multiple people. I think it's good for girls who don't like cleaning their beauty blender. It does take a little bit longer to apply your makeup than a beauty blender because it's not sucking up product. So the beauty blender will suck up excess product. The Makeup Drop won't, but in hindsight, you save on buying product if you go through your foundation and concealers more because you're not using as much because nothing is being soaked up. So it does take a little effort to blend things out. You want to rub and then pat with this. And the only thing I don't like about this is you see that there's a seam around the Makeup Drop. And the seam just kind of bothers me because it kind of gets in the way of my makeup application, I feel like. Not enough for me to not recommend it if you're looking for a silicone product to try, but enough where it bothers me at the same time. Other thing about this is the price of, it's maybe $1 or $2 more than the Beauty Blender, but you won't have to replace it as frequently as the Beauty Blender. If you want to try it out, go ahead. It's not something I would say you would have to have. And I don't say you have to have a Beauty Blender either, but if you really love the Beauty Blender, I feel like you're gonna have trouble adjusting because of how much product you won't need. But if that's something that like draws your interest, then yes, definitely check out the Makeup Drop, and I will have the link in the description box for you guys. I forgot to do it in last week's, but I updated it and I will put it in this week's. So I apologize for that. I think it's fun. I'm gonna keep using it. Honestly, I'm gonna keep going back between the Makeup Drop and the Eevee blender because I just feel like my beauty blenders are still sitting there. I still haven't had a chance to wash them. That's gross. Whereas this like took me 2 seconds and all I have to do is like use a makeup wipe. It's really easy. Next up, so a product I did not quite like is the new Too Faced highlighters. These are the Love Light Prismatic highlighters from Too Faced. I had been seeing so much about these on Instagram. I love the packaging. I love the way they're shaped. I just did not get along very well with them. The shades don't flatter my skin tone very much, especially with my cool tone hair right now. So it might be just me, but I don't think that they're that great. The formula is pigmented, but not. So what I mean by that is while when I swatch it, you can see it. When I apply it with a brush, it's very chunky. And what I mean by that is it doesn't look right with the rest of my makeup. It looks a little bit drying on my highlight points, which I never want. So while I don't hate them, and I don't think everybody will not get along with it, I feel like they're not the best highlight in my collection. I have other highlights that work better, that look better on my skin, and that are better shades for me. So if you really love the prismatic look, if you like that glittery, almost powdery highlight look, you will like these. If these colors tend to be the ones that you gravitate towards, you will like these. One in Blinded by the Light is too icy for me for my personal taste. It doesn't look bad, just not my cup of tea. And this one is definitely too yellow, but not golden enough for me to wear. And this is the You Light Up My Life. And then this one is just too pinky for me. It's too close to the redness in my undertones, so I don't really like that. I don't want to highlight that. This is Ray of Light. So for me, I did not get on with these. I love the packaging. I love what the concept of these are. If they had something that was a little less icy and something in between the icy and the yellow gold shade, I think I would like it more. Now, something that I really got along with, and I'm gonna keep using, the Glossier Cloud Paints. I have all 4 shades. I love them to death. I've been wearing Dusk as a blush, as an all over color, and as a contour in conjunction with the other ones. So if I'm gonna wear a different one on my cheeks, I'll use Dusk as kind of like a warming up of my face. And I really love the shade Beam. I'm wearing it today. And I also was wearing the shade Puff a lot, the cool tone pink. I just love this one too, Haze. I wore this one as well, but I mainly was wearing Beam and Puff the most, and then of course I wore Dusk every single day. They're really cool because they puff out. They're like a cloud, and they blend so seamlessly into the skin. A little bit goes a long way, so less is more. You can always build up, but start with a little tiny bit. And they blend seamlessly, especially for me. I have such trouble in this area. You guys know this area never blends on me, but these blended beautifully like a dream. With Glossier, I do have an affiliate page where you can get 20% off your first purchase or free shipping for everybody, $35 or more. I will link it next to the products in the description box. But if you are a first-time Glossier shopper, that's the best discount that they offer, is 20% off if you shop through affiliate link. Yeah, so anyways, really love these. Glossier just always kills it, I feel like. I don't know, I haven't tried their latest skincare product, which was their like primer moisturizer or silk moisturizer. I forget what it was. I haven't tried that yet. But in terms of the makeup stuff, they always kill it. I love it. I love this. It's so good. My one beef about this is when you open it up and you squeeze it, like a lot of product tends to want to come out. So you have to get used to like squeezing out all the air and then kind of just delicately getting a little bit of the product out. So that's my only beef, is like it's not the most convenient squeezy tube. I wish maybe they could like invent something that's like maybe a little more clicky, or I don't know, because I might clicking things bother me too. Pumps kind of bother. Maybe a pump. I like that it's in a tube because it keeps everything sanitary, but the squeezing it out, I always end up squeezing more product than I need, so then I end up wasting product. So that's my only thing about these, but the product itself is amazing. Love it. And the packaging is adorable, just not very practical in terms of squeezing things out without wasting extra product. So just be careful when you buy them. The fragrance I was testing out for the last week is the Pacifica Tahitian Gardenia perfume. I absolutely love it. It reminds me of my mom. I told you guys why gardenias remind me of my mom, and this smells just like gardenias, but it doesn't have that really heavy fragrance floral scent that a lot of fragrance have when they're floral based. So it's a fresh scent, but it has those floral notes to it, and it doesn't give me a headache. That's my biggest concern with anything that has florals in it. I can get headaches from them when they're in fragrance. So this did not, and I really loved it. I kind of want to use it again this week because I've been having a rough time emotionally. I know it doesn't always seem like it when I'm filming, but it's been kind of rough. So I think I'm going to reuse this for another week just because I need it for comfort. But I was going to try out this Taka one. Taka? Is it pronounced Taka? I'm sure you guys will correct me. And I have the scent Colette. It smells really good too. But I'm going to save this for the week after. Okay, let's move into what I'm going to be testing out for the upcoming week. If you want to see how any of these upcoming week products perform, make sure you check back next week. I'm going to be testing out the Coola SPF 30 Face Mineral Sunscreen. This is unscented. It has a matte tint, and it's a plant protection natural BB cream. Yellowy, but hopefully it will blend out. Oh, that's nice. I love that texture. There's no scent. It's got a physical SPF of titanium dioxide and zinc oxide, which is what I always recommend for every day, and SPF 30, which is good. And I have these 3 blushes from ILIA. They're cream blushes. I have been meaning to try them out, and I just haven't. And I was cleaning out my makeup the other day, and I was like, oh, I need to try these still. So this one is the Cheek to Cheek Multi Stick, like a pretty little rustic brown, red, orange. And then this one is At Last, which I think will be my most go-to everyday shade, like a dusty rose. And then a Fine Romance, which is going to be a little bit more of a berry tone. I am also going to be playing with this new highlight palette from Laura Mercier. It's the Light Struck Prismatic Glow palette. Now this looks beautiful in the pan, and I did swatch it in my New and Beauty recently, and it looks really beautiful in person, but it was really hard to pick up on camera. So it'll be interesting to see how this performs on my face. The mascara I'm going to be testing out this week is 2. It's from Blink. This is the Blink Black Lash Primer, and then this is the Blink Mascara Amplified. These are tubing mascara products, so it encapsulates your lashes in tubes. So to remove it, it just takes warm water and you massage it and they pull right off. So I really like the Kojen Dough tubing mascara, so I thought I would pick these up and play with them, so I'm testing them out. Also going to be revisiting my Revive Le Tint Moisturizer oil tint. I love this. I used it for over a full week in my Makeup Bag Monday, like early on in the month, and I'm like sad that I can't use it when I'm testing out all these other things, but I'm going to pull this out to play with again. And for other days when I need a fuller coverage, like for events or filming, I'm going to be using the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Cushion Foundation. I recently did a full first impression video on this, which I will link down in the description box or in the cards above my head. Plus I'm wearing it today, and I'm really impressed with the coverage of this foundation. And even though it's full coverage, it's not mattifying, so it doesn't cling to my dry areas, and it's wearing really nicely. So I'm going to play with it for a full week and check back with you guys on whether I still love it. 2 more things. I am going to be testing out this Benefit Stick Foundation, but I'm using the shade PS50 or Jump Rope. I think the shade is Jump Rope, but it's a deeper shade because I want to use this as a cream bronzer and contour. Finally, I'm going to be testing out the Too Faced Natural Love Spring Palette. This is limited edition to their spring collection. It came out with a new Love Light highlights. And I love the packaging. It's so pretty and soft and like spring. So I'm going to pull this out and see if I think it's worth getting for spring. And like I mentioned, I'm going to keep the same fragrance from Pacifica, which is the Tahitian Gardenia. I'm going to keep the same fragrance from last week, which is from Pacifica, the Tahitian Gardenia perfume. And that's everything for Makeup Bag Monday week number 31. If you want to see how all these products perform, make sure you come back next week. Give this video a thumbs up. If anything, I hope my video helped motivate and inspire you to look and feel your best from the outside in. I know when I look and feel my best, I'm just a lot more capable at dealing with whatever life has to throw at me. And if anything at all, I just hope my video helped you unwind and de-stress from your day. That's why I watch YouTube videos. That's why I started my channel. And I really hope that I was able to help you relax, chill out, take your mind off of whatever it was you needed to take your mind off of. And until Wednesday, I will see you guys right back here. I upload 4 new videos every week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. If you missed any of my videos, don't forget to check out my main page where everything is there. Plus, I have all of the playlists down in the description box. All the products will be down there. All of my social media is linked across up here as well as in the description box. And I'll see you guys back here on Wednesday. Bye!